What we need to enable CI/CD for our Read the Docs project is to enable the GitHub webhook for our doc project. So on the project page in Read the Docs, let's go over to the admin function. When we get to our admin page, we see some of the default options that we left alone when setting up the doc project here. We need to look at the Integrations tab. And when we do that, wait, what? The GitHub incoming webhook is already set up. That must mean that Read the Docs set that up for us when we connected our GitHub repo to this project. I don't know if I fully believe all of that, so let's go make a change and see what happens. Okay, so I'm back here in VS Code, and we'll make a change to our index.rst file. When I make that change and save it, you can see that I now have a pending uncommitted change on the Source Control tab. I'll go first commit the change, which will check the change in locally. In fact, you can even see in the VS Code toolbar that I am in the master branch and that I have 0 remote changes that need to be applied or pulled here, and that I have 1 local change that needs to be pushed up to the remote repo. If I click the ... in the Get bar at the top, I see a menu with a list of options available to me. I can simply choose Push to push the changes from my local version up to the remote counterpart. Let's do it. Now for the moment of truth. I just pushed my changes into GitHub. Let's pop onto our Read the Docs project page and see how things look. If I refresh the page, we can see that my doc project is building. This is looking very promising. I'll refresh the page again, and the build is completed. If I look at the builds page, we can now see that I have 2 different builds of the documentation. Cool. But can we see our change? Yes! That's pretty awesome, right? CI/CD at work. We pushed our change into the master branch on GitHub, and Read the Docs both built and deployed the project. There's one other thing I'd like to point out here. You may have noticed the Edit on GitHub link at the top of the page. This is also something baked into Read the Docs integration with GitHub repositories. If I click the link, I'm taken directly to the index.rst file as it shows on GitHub. And if I click the pencil to edit the document, I can make a change here. After I've made my change, I'll move to the bottom of the page and commit the change. This time I'm actually on the remote repository, and I'll just commit this directly to the master branch. When I do that, I go back all the way to the Read the Docs site, and we can see an installing build already shows up in the builds page. And the project page again shows that my docs are building. When I refresh the page to note that my build has completed, we can see the completed build on the Builds tab. And when we look at the published docs, we can see the change we made from GitHub. So CI/CD really is working when changes get made to this master branch. This is super cool stuff. But this also means that anyone with a GitHub account can commit change to master right now without any review from us. This may not be what we want, which brings us into the world of pull requests. Let's go explore what those are and how they can help enable change in a more controlled way.